Sometimes it seems like the rich and famous can get away with anything, which is why it makes for such great television when they're forced to come clean. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British celebs forced to fess up. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be taking into consideration televised public apologies or admissions of guilt for all manner of wrongdoings and fibs. Number 10. Seann Walsh. We're kicking things off with something perhaps a little bit fresher in our memories. When stand-up Walsh became a contestant on Strictly Come Dancing in 2018, many would have expected humour, but few also anticipated scandal. Things went national after he was spotted and recorded sharing a kiss in the street with dance partner Katya, who was married at the time. The pair were forced to apologise on spin-off show It Takes Two, but their apology was widely criticised as being unsatisfactory.
I made a mistake, which I'm very sorry for. I'm sorry for the hurt that I've caused.
Number 9. Victoria Beckham. For years, the former Spice Girl denied like crazy ever having a boob job, after images were published of her looking somewhat more pronounced.
And she now says she wishes she hadn't messed around. Do you remember those? Crikey.
Oh.
During an interview with Vogue, she was asked about it and stated that she had, in her own words, no torpedo bazookas. However, in 2014, she fessed up to the fashion magazine in a letter to her younger self, saying that she regretted ever having messed with her body and that she'd had her implants removed. Number 8. Princess Diana. In an interview that drew in around 22.8 million viewers, the late Princess of Wales spoke candidly of her troubled relationship with Prince Charles and his affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, in what is one of the BBC's most watched programmes.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
The royal pair separated in 1992, and after tons of media speculation about potential lovers and other such scandals, Princess Di spoke to Martin Bashir about everything.
Do you think you'll ever be queen?
No, I don't. No.
The interview was generally well received by the British public, who admired her bravery.
They see me as a threat of some kind, and I'm here to do good.
Number 7. Nick Bateman. The man who not so lovingly became known as Nasty Nick was a true TV villain in the early noughties.
How can you be so two-faced?
Yeah.
You know,
if this is true.
Well, I know it's true. Right. You know it's true that.
During Big Brother's first year, he caused a tidal wave of controversy when he was caught cheating by passing on secret notes to influence the votes of other housemates.
It's unfortunate that, perhaps my over-competitiveness has come through in a bad light, but that's not the normal me.
His sly tactics led to an awkward confrontation and grovelling post-eviction interview, with his fess-up dragging on all the way to 2010, when his past double dealing became a topic of conversation in Ultimate Big Brother.
And something that if I could go back, I'd just change that one aspect. I'd still play the game as I did, because what I did when playing the game wasn't affecting or hurting or bullying or being mean to anyone. It was just befriending and making sure that they like me, I like them, and I wouldn't get nominated.
Number 6. Fern Britton. The former host of This Morning was made to look rather silly after having to sheepishly fess up live on air.
I would just like to clear something up. Yes. 2 years ago, I had a gastric band, and do you know what? I did it for me because I wanted to.
For a long time leading up to her confession, Fern had insisted that her huge weight loss had been down to healthy eating and exercise. But in 2008, she was forced to admit that it was in fact down to a gastric band operation, something which she denied time and again to have had done.
So my agent rang me to say, isn't that preposterous? So I said, well, actually, John, no, it's not preposterous. I have had that done.
Fans were left fuming by her deception, and she later stepped down from the show.
Thank you to the mums at school this morning who didn't cross-examine me when I dropped the children off. Thank you, I appreciated that.
Number 5. Tom Williams. There have been allegations of cheating aimed at various British athletes down the years, but it's rare that cases are quite as clear-cut as this. Representing rugby union side Harlequins against Leinster in 2009, Tom Williams used fake blood capsules to feign an injury, to in turn force a tactical substitution. The Quins' backroom staff then tried to cover up by actually cutting Williams' mouth post-game, but the act had already been caught on TV cameras. Williams had little choice but to accept a lengthy ban and apologise. Number 4. Liam Payne. We are only in our 20s and we all do stupid things at this age. Nope, this isn't Liam Payne talking about joining One Direction, but rather, that was his apology on behalf of bandmates Zayn and Louis after a video of the two smoking a joint did the rounds online. His tweeted apology was well received and delicately worded, also stating that they'd grown up in extreme circumstances and that they were bound to fall short at some point. Okay, so he's not exactly owning up for himself, but he is taking one for the team. Number 3. Kate Moss. Back in the mid-noughties, the famous supermodel and former face of Rimmel London was forced to apologise after images of her appearing to take cocaine were shown in the Daily Mirror. With her illustrious £1 million career suddenly at risk, she issued a rather generic public statement saying that she was sorry for anyone that she had let down. As a result, the clothing giant H&M, to which she was affiliated at the time, decided to keep her on board. Number 2. Jimmy Carr. The quick-witted face of Channel 4 comedy was caught red-handed by the tax people after he used an avoidance scheme.
You know you did something that was, morally very questionable, and you kind of go, well, okay.
Yeah.
And you just have to man up.
When owning up, he said that he had made a poor error in judgment, but his actions even got him called out by David Cameron, the Prime Minister at the time, who deemed the situation morally wrong, which in hindsight is pretty pot kettle. Rather deservedly, he was the butt of many jokes on his panel shows, but in fairness to Jimmy, he handled it pretty well.
But I mean, that's the thing. If you leave it up to people's morality, you've got to understand there's quite a lot of people like me that have got a morality that's flexible.
Number 1. Hugh Grant. The floppy-haired, quintessentially British 90s heartthrob was caught, shall we say, with his trousers down on Hollywood Boulevard. He was arrested by LA police after getting into his car with Hollywood prostitute Divine Brown, resulting in one of the most memorable celebrity mugshots. However, the British are great at apologising, and his on Leno was met with respect by many.
What the hell were you thinking?
His upright honesty in admitting he did a bad thing might have made for an uncomfortable watch, but it's up there with the best fess-ups.
Have you gone completely insane?
You can't be sensible all the time.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.